6:37, we check back in with Mike Eppel for the latest in business news, and it's been a good 7 weeks so far when it comes to the Dow and the TSX.
Yeah, it sure has. Good morning, Tammy. We're looking at markets on quite the roll to start 2019. Just can't seem to hold things back here as the TSX is now up better than 9%, added another 0.75% last week alone, and this comes after some very good economic statistics that we had on Friday from StatsCan. Almost 67,000 jobs created nationwide. In the labor force, we have this morning some very good numbers in from Restaurant Brands International, the parent company of Tim Hortons and Burger King and Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen. Numbers that topped estimates on the quarterly profits in the fourth quarter. The same-store sales growth was good, and this stock, Restaurant Brands International, is up year-to-date by 16%. Also coming up this week, we've got trade negotiations between the U.S. and China resuming today. But the really top-level negotiators, including Steve Mnuchin of the U.S. and his Chinese counterpart, that gets going later in the week. But they're trying to avoid more tariffs set to take effect on March the 1st. So investors have a little bit of optimism. Wall Street stock futures up sharply in the early trade this morning. It's also countdown to yet another possible government shutdown. Friday, they've got to have a budget deal in place in the U.S. or they're going back into a shutdown mode. Remember, they had that 35-day record-breaking government shutdown, which was temporarily halted a few weeks back. Also this week, earnings due in from Aurora Cannabis and Canopy Growth, the two biggest players in the cannabis marketplace. This will be a first look at really how these companies are doing in a legalized marketplace. It'll cover the fourth quarter when cannabis sales were legalized in this country. As well, over the course of this week, lots of Canadian companies set to report, including Canadian Tire and Air Canada. In the United States, we'll be looking over results from John Deere. And Roger, as well, this morning, we're looking forward to Valentine's Day coming up on Thursday. In the United States this year, they are expected to see record-breaking Valentine's spending of $20 billion.
$20 billion on the one day.
That is a lot of cash for chocolates and red roses.
That is a lot of roses.
Yes, indeed.
Well, actually, what is it, about $1 billion a dozen right now, isn't it?
They always seem to raise prices for that, don't they, at this time of year?
Surge pricing.
That's right. That's exactly right.
That's what we call it. All right, Mike. Thank you very much.
Thank you.